Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Bold and the Beautiful gives Eric Forrester, John McCook, super excited to start this new chapter of his career and his life designing at Logan. But let's be clear, this move is going to be a huge slap right in Ridge Forrester's face when it all comes out. We're going to talk about how Eric taking the job as Katie Logan's lead designer is going to come off as a huge insult to Ridge and, of course, also to Brooke Logan. Now, we knew this was coming. I've been saying it for more than 6 weeks now that Eric would be the lead designer at the new fashion house, and now it is official. Katie enthusiastically embraced having Eric as her first ever lead designer at Logan. Eric has been encouraging Katie ever since he heard she was launching Logan. He has no problem that she took the trademark, and he thinks that Ridge and Brooke are just upset that they let it lapse. But everybody has been very clear to say that they never used that name at Forrester Creations for any branded clothing, just to be clear. So at first, of course, Eric was just going to mentor Katie and advise her on how to start up a fashion house, because he's been there, he's done that. And he designed the t-shirt. But now Eric was telling Katie that he wants to help her launch her line and he wants to be her lead designer. He said he would have sketches on her desk soon. We know he's got a whole line already designed sitting in his sketchbook. Eric said that Ridge will get over it when Katie talked about his son being upset. And Eric acknowledged, yeah, Ridge will be upset at first, but he'll get past it. Eric insists also that this is not a betrayal. He said he's a free agent since Ridge put him out at Forrester. Basically, Eric called it mutually beneficial. And this is wild. He said Brooke and Ridge can't possibly object to this. But Katie knows better than that. I frankly think Eric doesn't care. He wants to be a lead designer again, and he's thrilled to be officially out of retirement. I don't think at the end of the day he cares what Ridge thinks. This is what Eric wants, and it's his life. Katie is already planning to use her PR skills to make it clear that there's no rift between the Logan and Forrester families, except for the fact that there's about to be one that's getting bigger by the day. Eric insists that this is all going to be thrilling for him to help Katie get Logan up and running. But Eric also made it clear that this isn't a long-term commitment, it's short-term. He's going to do the first collection and we'll see how it goes. But let's be real. Even if Katie had Eric as her lead designer for just one day, Ridge and Brooke's heads would explode. So short-term, long-term, doesn't matter. I'm absolutely here for the drama. On one hand, I think Ridge brought this on himself, but on the flip side, Eric working for Katie is pretty much a slap in Ridge's face. So let's talk about why Eric is really doing this. First and foremost, I think what's behind this is Ridge and that forced retirement stunt. Eric has been pretty nice about it, all things considered, but Ridge was being really high-handed by deciding it for Eric. I mean, come on, that lame party that Ridge threw to spring Eric's retirement on him out of the blue was just insulting. Ridge insists he wants what's best for his dad, but I think personally Ridge's actions speak louder than his words. He's doing insulting things in the way he treats Eric, but then he's saying nice things. The disrespect was still on display at Christmas when Ridge refused to look at the design that Eric made. It was the Santa suit. But Ridge was dismissive to his father. It didn't matter what Eric designed, Ridge wasn't gonna look at it. So even though Eric has been chill about Ridge's sketchy stunt with that retirement party, I think deep down it bothers him. This is a little bit of payback to say, you don't value me, but that doesn't mean that I don't have value to others. Another thing is, Eric might be ready to be Ridge's competition because of past insults. Like how in the back of Katie's mind, there's stuff about Brooke and Bill Spencer that bothers her. With Ridge and Eric, there's past stuff there too. Ridge was hooking up with Brooke at one point when she was with Eric. Plus, Ridge Thorsten Kaye got busted kissing Queen Fuller while she was married to Eric on Bold and the Beautiful. Also, Ridge lied after Eric had his stroke. He said he had power of attorney. He lied to everybody. He kicked Queen out of Forrester Creations and banned her. Ridge knew that Queen had the real power of attorney, but lied. Then later, Eric fired Ridge over it. He installed Queen as the CEO while he recuperated because it was Eric's choice and Eric's company, but Ridge tried to usurp his authority. Bottom line, Ridge always thinks he knows better than Eric, and he's been deceptive on many occasions. So maybe Eric had enough. Another thing is that he doesn't like the way Brooke and Ridge are naysaying Katie and dissing the fact that she's starting her own fashion house. We know Eric John McCook has always been pro-Logan and he cares about Katie. Some people are complaining that Logan is just Forrester 2.0 because Eric is involved now. But come on, Ridge took away Eric's job, his passion, and his main reason for getting up in the morning, other than pickleballing with Donna Logan. So yeah, he's gone to Logan where he's wanted and where he's appreciated by Katie. Another reason for Eric to be helping Katie kickstart Logan is because it's bringing back that vibe when he co-founded Forrester Creations with Stephanie Forrester, Susan Flannery. Doing this with Katie is giving the same energy despite all of Ridge's cheap shots about how Katie can't start a fashion house. You know, Ridge has no proven track record in that arena, but he's speaking like he's in a position of authority about it because he's done it. He hasn't. He didn't start Forrester. He was handed the keys to it by his parents, Eric and Stephanie. So for me, Ridge is a lot of talk. All hat, no cattle, as they say. He's just basically keeping going what Eric built as a successful business. And last but not least, there's the fact that Eric is a whole-grown man. He's not a toddler. He can decide for himself if he wants to keep working at the business he started or if he wanted to retire. When Ridge took his agency, obviously that's problematic. This opportunity that Katie has given him is a game changer for Eric. In case you didn't know, a lot of seniors suffer health declines after they retire because they're not as engaged or socialized. They like work because it gives them meaning and keeps structure in their lives. So this job with Katie is good for Eric's health, not bad for it. Of course, I'm sure Ridge is going to say Katie first stole the name Logan, and then she conned Eric into working for her. I bet anything Ridge tries to blame Katie and says she manipulated him, like he doesn't know his own mind. I'm not surprised Ridge's dad is doing this and starting a new venture with Katie, because Eric wasn't ready to retire. Of course, Ridge isn't going to understand where Eric is coming from. I expect Ridge to give Eric a lot of pushback. Honestly, I expect a full-blown tantrum from Ridge and also from Brooke. But Eric's mind is made up, and I don't think he's going to unmake that decision. No matter what Katie says, Brooke and Ridge are going to lose their minds and start trash-talking her even more, which will bother Donna, who's going to side with Eric, of course. Then, despite Katie's PR efforts, we do have a big old rift between the Forresters and the Logans. When Ridge and Brooke act out, I think it'll just make Eric more stubborn.